is First Warning Weather.
And good evening on this snowy Saturday evening. Let's get right to it. A winter weather advisory in effect for the entire viewing area that goes until tomorrow morning. The vast majority of the storm happening in the overnight period when now the sun has set and the snow is falling across the area, mainly at the time of this right now, mainly in the northern tier and the western portions of the viewing area. And then moving forward, here's what we're looking at. We have the snow coming in. Now there's sleet and freezing precipitation possible mainly in the northern tier is the highest chance of it, but there is a chance of it occurring in parts of the southern tier as well in the southern Finger Lakes if warm air is able to push up further into our region. However, prevailing attitude is looking more like that warmer air stays further south, leaving these sleet chances to the very most southernmost points of the viewing area. Precipitation ending around sunrise tomorrow, and accumulations, they have bumped up. They have increased, at least the expectations going forward, 4 to 7 inches, the sweet spot that we could see. Here's a map of what we're looking at. The vast majority of us getting in that 3 to 6 inch range, 3 being the low end, 6 the high end. And that's, of course, for Steuben County, Tioga County, Pennsylvania, most of Bradford County, and the very much northwest corners of Schuyler County and Potter County, Pennsylvania, in that 3 inch low end area as well. We go over towards the east, Watkins Glen, in towards parts of Elmira, Horsehead, Sayre, Tioga County, Ithaca, and all of Tompkins County, more in that 5 to 8 inch range. The highest snowfall rates and snowfall amounts not in our area. Much off to the north and east, Utica, Norwich, Cooperstown could get anywhere from 8 to 12 inches of snow. Here's a look at that system as it progresses across the Great Lakes region into our area. We are very much in the colder portion of the storm with much more snow in our area, but further in southern parts of southern Pennsylvania, much more on the icy side, especially as you go in towards the Laurel Highlands. But getting a better look at what we have here, we can see some deeper bands of blue on the radar indicating some heavier snow, and it's pushing through the area. We have a decent gap there in parts of Potter County, but that's likely to close here pretty soon. You can see all of Steuben, all of Tioga, and now parts of Chemung, pretty much all of Bradford, and most of Tompkins County, all of Schuyler County enveloped in snow. Expect more to fall as the night carries on. Here's some of the scenarios we're looking at, the first being the icy scenario. Of course, we do have that snow pushing in, but then right before midnight, you could see some of that warm air push up, and that causes that snow to change over to a more icy mix, creating some treacherous conditions, especially out on the roadways. That carries over into the very early morning hours, but then quitting around sunrise. That's when we can see some reprieve. Now the snowy scenario, the more likely of the two as of right now. Here comes that snow pushing in from the south and west, continues to snow throughout the overnight period, starts to calm down, at least going forward into, well, parts of the afternoon. Things looking a lot easier, a lot better as we head into tomorrow morning. Again, we're looking more snowy, but there is the chance of some icy weather. As for the 5-degree guarantee, forecast a high of 32. Actual high also ended up at 32. And later tonight, we have a low 24. The snow is continuing, could be icy in some spots, especially the further south you go in the region. And finally, the 7-day forecast, temperatures remain in the 30s for the early portion of the week. The next snow coming in middle of the week next week.